If you've ever played TF2 for more than 5 seconds and for some evil, nefarious reason decided to play as Sniper, you've probably heard this line before.
This is gonna be a real piece of piss, you bloody fruit shop owners!
Now if you are normal in the head and not messed up, your first reaction to this would probably be, what the hell does that even mean? This one voice line is probably one of the most oft-debated voice lines in the entire game, and I figured that I would make this video to congregate almost all of the leading theories into one nice package. So let's start off with a really basic analysis of this line. This is going to be a real piece of piss. I'm no Australian, but as far as I can tell, Sniper is telling us that this is, gonna be bad. You bloody fruit shop owners. Now if you don't speak Australian, you might be thinking he's referring to blood when he's talking about bloody, but the truth is, they just say that for no reason. Anyways, the fruit shop owner part of the line is understandably the part that confuses people the most. What does this Australian/Kiwi mercenary Sniper have against fruit shops and their owners? When I was a kid and I heard this line for the first time circa 2009, I instantly felt super special. I felt like I knew something people didn't. I was a huge fan of the TV show Flight of the Conchords on HBO at the time, and there was this one scene in particular that I figured this was referencing.
I want to buy that. I'll pay for it.
No, not this apple, New Zealandy. You can buy apples from over there, my special New Zealand section. $10 a piece.
There's a dog in the New Zealand section.
Well, it's for dogs from America and people from New Zealand.
Yeah, you're being racist.
As you can imagine, being a little dumbass kid and having a very limited amount of media to consume, I instantly felt like this was a direct reference to the show. Sniper is Australian. Flight of the Conchords are Australian adjacent. It made perfect sense. In the show, fruit shop owners hated people from New Zealand, so it made enough sense to me that Sniper, being Australian or from New Zealand or wherever the hell he's from, hated fruit shop owners back. And for a while I pretty much accepted that as the canon answer. But when I thought of this factoid again for like the first time in a decade, I realized that the dates didn't really make too much sense. The fruit shop owners line, as far as I can tell, came out in 2009 with the Sniper v Spy update. The drive-by episode of Flight of the Conchords that featured the racist fruit shop owner aired in 2007. And while 2 years is plenty of time for the TF team to make an obscure reference to a TV show, I felt like it probably wasn't quite right. And considering that at this point the Sniper was still Australian and never confirmed as being from New Zealand, the line really didn't make as much sense as it did then as it does now. Some people seem to pretty firmly believe that snipers try to aim for the medulla oblongata part of the brain, which happens to look like an apricot, but that's like a pretty far reach, I think. Besides, as we all know, Australia's far-right paramilitary ethno-nationalist groups have effectively banned the sale of apricots in Australia since 2004. So what is this line referencing? I thought I knew, and then I didn't. This random jackass on Reddit thought he knew, but he clearly don't. So who do? Apparently, I do. All thanks to this talk page on the TF2 wiki that suggests that it's a reference to an Australian movie from 2000 called Chopper. Using my dark web connections, I was able to manifest the movie onto my hard drive, and I found that at 58 minutes in, this piece of dialogue happens.
Well, the other fanciful story doing the rounds is that they've put out a contract on you.
Oh, fucking mafia. Wankers. Who are they anyway? Bloody fruit shop owners. They should stick to selling their bloody fruit and vegetable and just fucking leave me alone.
Considering this movie is from 2000 and it much more closely lines up with Sniper's voice lines, I'd say that it's pretty likely that this line is a direct reference to this and not the Flight of the Conchords. Which makes more sense, as I believe Flight of the Conchords was mostly marketed to a more American audience, while Chopper is a movie that pretty much only Australians would ever know about. And, well, we can talk about Team Fortress's deep roots in Australia all day, but that's not this video. So unless Robin Walker comes out and calls me a dum-dum, I think I can pretty definitively say that the weird Sniper voice line you've been hearing all your life is a direct reference to an obscure 23-year-old Australian film called Chopper. As for why people from Oceania have such a problem with fruit shop owners, that's up for them to reflect upon, not me. Thanks for watching, and you smell bad, boy. No nasty ass boy. Also completely unrelated and not at all relevant to the topic of the video, but does anyone remember this SFM animator from back in the day called Schwigen that did all those Flight of the Conchords, TF2, SFM animations? Because they were really cool. Just thought I'd bring that up because it was dope. And that guy's from like New Zealand or something. But yeah, now bye for real. Fuck you.